Hi guys, give me 1 second here. I'm getting our spreadsheet up where it can be viewed in the broadcast software. I kind of thought I had it open, and then yeah, I guess I didn't, because here we are. And for some reason, there we go. Okay, I don't know. I guess I just I don't know what I did actually. I thought it was there, and then it wasn't. But now I think it is. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, okay, good. So tonight, finally, what did this take us? Like a week or something? 7, 8 days? Longer than I wanted it to anyway. We are finally breaking our 4 cases of Totally Certified Basketball, which is, of course, 32 boxes is 4 inner cases. And here is our spreadsheet. It does have an eBay end date on there because some of the auctions, of course, did end on eBay and sell that way. As you know, a number of the others sold directly via chat and locally and whatnot. So this is what we're looking at. Our team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. And several of you have multiple teams in here, and thank you very much. I appreciate you supporting the break. I think that maybe next time I'll do 2 different breaks, like a 2-case break and a 2-case break instead of 1 4-case break. I kind of feel like people got sticker shock a little bit because, you know, when you see those prices individually, like per case, it's super inexpensive, of course. But then when you see them all put together, you know, you take that amount and do it times 4 and somebody sees that, I think it kind of freaked people out a little bit of sticker shock. So that's my theory anyway. So next time maybe we'll do it a little bit differently, but it's all done this time, and I do appreciate you guys participating in it. Give me a half a second here to get chat loaded on the iPad, and then we're going to start cracking into some of this. We've got 4 cases to go through. Hi, Brandon. I am feeling like we are going to get some awesome hits out of this. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, out of 4 cases, I would surely think that we're going to pull some good stuff. I'm excited about it anyway. I imagine you guys are too, because it's a I mean, nobody's going to go home without something, I wouldn't think, out of 4 cases, would be my opinion. So today, I have been flipping, or tonight more specifically, I have been flipping back and forth between UK basketball, the UK-Tennessee game, and the football game with the Rams and the Falcons. Of course, I watched a good amount of the other. We'll just do these 1 case at a time. So we'll look at this case, and then I'll open up the second case, and so on and so forth. Earlier, of course, I watched the Chiefs game, and man, I got to tell you, I was pulling for the Chiefs. I wanted the Chiefs to win that game for a lot of different reasons, but they were so far ahead, and then, holy mackerel, they just dumped it right out. Oh, I forgot to change our view. I just noticed the focus trying to switch around on me. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Let's do that real quickly here. So you guys know the drill. I take autofocus off. I'm going to change it a little bit. Background goes out of focus. Cards will be in focus when we take a look at them. J.R. Matthews is looking for good low number autos. And you know what? You have got the Lakers in here, right? I mean, you've got other teams too, I know, but I'm pretty sure you have the Lakers. So hopefully we're going to find you a bunch of Lonzo. Definitely we've pulled him out of here, so I think we might have the potential to get you a bunch. Yeah, I'm telling you what, the Chiefs, I know what you're saying. It was so awful. I mean, the first half was great. Then the second half, of course, obviously they lost Travis Kelce to the concussion. So that clearly is going to disrupt them a little. But you're exactly right. They didn't even really attempt to run the ball or anything. And, I mean, you've got Kareem Hunt personally, I think I would have been handed in the ball a little bit more. And then, of course, you just had weird plays, too. And then you had Tyreek Hill with an unusual number of drops. He dropped like 3 passes that I saw. And I was also busy doing other stuff, so I wasn't every down watching. But at least 3 passes he dropped. I just don't know what happened to them in the second half. Because they had the game well in hand, and they just completely abandoned their game plan or something. I don't know. I think Andy Reid needs to take a look at what happened there, because some of that's got to be on him. I don't know. But I will have to say, the Marcus Mariota throwing the pass that he then turns around and catches himself because it got deflected, that was pretty amazing. He throws it, catches it himself, runs it in for a touchdown. But anyway, Titans moving on. Poor star-crossed Kansas City Chiefs still not going anywhere, which is a shame. It's kind of emblematic of their year, right? The early part of the year, the Chiefs were so hot, 5-0, and then they kind of hit that little slump where they didn't do very well, and then they kind of were coming back on again towards the end of the year. But statistically, if you look at their games throughout the year, they tended to lose when Kareem Hunt didn't rush for close to or over 100 yards, and they tended to win when he did. So when you look at that, why in the world were you not just handing the ball to the kid and letting him go? Particularly after Kelsey went out. Ah, well. I'd say that's probably the end of the Alex Smith era. He had a good year. He played well, but of course, organizationally, they're very excited about Pat Mahomes, and I think given the way that this game ended, I'd say that Alex Smith has probably played his last game as the quarterback for the Chiefs. Meanwhile, over in basketball, if anybody's watching that UK-Tennessee game, feel free to keep me updated on the scores. That's another situation where we played a pretty good first half and then came out in the second half and, I don't know, looked like we should be grocery shopping. We're just kind of strolling along doing nothing. Go figure. I'm just gonna open 2 more of these packs, and we're gonna stop and look at what we have now. Then we'll open the rest of the packs out of this first case in a minute. But we're gonna stop and look at these first, mainly because my delayed gratification is not gonna hold out. I gotta see what we've got. I have to take a look and see what we have. So, of course, we're going to find a lot of base cards. You know that already. We're also going to find several inserts like this one that says the Mighty, and they're going to say different things on them. Here is an example of one certified male with the Greek Freak. And pretty much those inserts, I think the most of them, if not all of them, will be refractors. Our first hit is for the Blazers, and it is Zach Collins to 249. We'll be finding lots of materials and lots of autographs in here. And of course, like always, after we look at cards, I'm going to move them off to the right. This is numbered to 25. This is another hit for the Blazers, the Camo Parallel Caleb Swanigan. And I need to get a little stack of sleeves out of here. So yeah, after we look at these, I slide them off to the right-hand side, but there's also mats over there, a couple mats actually. A Draymond Green Return to Sender insert. And yeah, so the cards always stay on a mat. I just don't like my work area to get real filled up with stuff, and I think it's safer for the cards too, so I move them around, but they stay safe. Reggie Jackson to 75 for the Pistons. That one is a sticker auto. and a little Giroux Holiday. Basically, when we find these that are purple in color, the veterans are not numbered typically, and the rookies will be numbered. So that's kind of what we can expect from those. For instance, here's Markel, and he's numbered to, I think that says 199. Could say 149. I think it says 199 for the Sixers. Oh, Jonathan Isaac. And of course, you know, we should find quite a few rookie roll call autographs in here too. Those are on card typically when we find them. For the Pistons, oh, sweet, man. Dennis Rodman to 25. That's nice. We'll pull Dennis Rodman very often, so I think that's a pretty cool little hit for the Pistons. Nice low number as well. Not ever going to go too wrong with Dennis Rodman. That's for sure. And this is for the Suns. And it is numbered to what? 99 on Cedric. Is that Ceballos? Ceballos? I don't really know how to pronounce his name. But a signed, sealed, and delivered, once again, sticker auto. Basically, guys, if I don't say it's an on-card auto, you'll just know that it is going to be a sticker auto. That's kind of the deal. Nice little Lonzo Ball insert, the Mighty. And we have a registered mail numbered to 10, Kyle Lowry for the Raptors. And if we happen to find any points cards, I'm sure you guys probably know how that works, but just in case somebody's new and haven't done a break with me before or anything like that, this Derek White is to 299. Basically, sometimes Panini puts rewards points cards in their products, and when they do, it typically replaces one of the hits. There's a Lonzo Ball insert. And so if we come across one of those, Dennis Smith Jr. Mighty insert, it will be given out by way of random.org. Basically, we would put all the teams in random.org, and then that would tell us who's going to win that points card, which we might not find any tonight, but with 4 cases, I'm guessing we probably will somewhere along the way. That's what I think, anyway. We'll see if it turns out that way or not. Markel Fultz, Mighty insert. Scow. James Harden. It'd be nice if that was signed. All right, well, it's material, but still nice. And it is to 199. I guess I need some thick sleeves for that one. Did I put, you know what? I don't think I put, I didn't put the Blazers in a sleeve earlier either. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because I was thinking, oh, I need a thick sleeve, and then I didn't get one. So, I don't know. But it's in there now. And some of the inserts and stuff that I'm setting off to the side right now, the Lonzos and stuff like that, if some of those will later go into a sleeve as well. I'm just kind of trying to keep things moving along during the live part of the break. This is to 199. Is Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Started to say Kemba Walker. I know better than that. Little MKG action. Kyrie to 99 for the Celtics. And shipping for this stuff, guys, this will go out most likely either Tuesday or Wednesday of this upcoming week. And some of you bought in on eBay. Some of you bought in by way of PayPal money requests. Some of you have teams from both. So I'm going to try to remember to put your tracking in PayPal as well. But if I forget to do that and you have teams also on eBay, it would be the same tracking as your teams on eBay. Obviously, if you don't have a split invoice, if everything you have is from eBay, you don't have to worry about that. If everything you have is from PayPal, then I will just print your label from PayPal. But if you are mixed between eBay and PayPal, I will print the label most likely from eBay. eBay's a little more user-friendly to print the labels from these days. Used to be the opposite. Used to be PayPal was the better way to do labels, but not anymore. So this upcoming week, we're going to open Donruss Basketball. I haven't opened that in a while. I've got most of a case sitting over there. I think we did a couple of breaks, and then the rest of it's still over there. So we're going to break some of that, and we'll finish up Absolute. I think I've got one more case of Absolute, and it is already listed, and that'll be it for that product. And somewhere along the way here in the next week or 10 days, I'm going to get some mixed breaks up for NBA. And it'll be from a variety of years. Because we need to get back into some of our 2012, 2013 stuff too. You guys know I'd love to, well, some of you do, some of you may not, but I love to open the 2012, 2013 basketball because not only do you have the rookies from that year, which was Anthony Davis and some other good rookies, because of the lockout that they had the year before, the rookie cards for 2011, 2012 are also in there. So that's Kyrie Irving and Kawhi Leonard and a whole other awesome group of people. So it's kind of like getting a twofer. 2 rookie classes in most of those 2012, 2013 Panini basketball products. So I love to open them. And I do quite frequently. I've gotten away from it in the last couple of months when we were doing mostly cases from about mid-November on. But we're going to get back into some of our mixed breaks and things like that. There's a Lonzo ball for the Lakers with rookie roll call on card auto. That one is not numbered, but I know you're still happy to see it come out of there, I'm sure. And hopefully we'll find you several more, including some that are numbered. Maybe some Kyle Kuzma. That'd be nice. And we have a little fabric of the game, numbered to, I believe that says 199 for the 76ers. With Justin Anderson. The Greek Freak on a Mighty insert. Jonathan Isaac for the Magic. Nice low number on that one. Is that first in the series as well? No, I was looking at it upside down. How crazy. It is numbered to 10, but it is not the first in the series. I think that's at 3 of 10. Always like to see the gold. Maybe a tiny little bit of wear you can see on each of those upper corners. Maybe just the slightest little bit of chipping. Not anything too terrible. And that, of course, also was an on-card auto on the rookie roll call. Miles Turner. Nice little Dennis Smith Jr. insert. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name for the Celtics. I just kind of generally refer to him as the other Celtics rookie. This is numbered to 99. Is it Olahe? Oheli? Ohai? I don't know. Ele? I really have no idea. None. I've never heard the kid's name pronounced. So I'm assuming you would pronounce his first name Semi. That's what it looks like. Maybe I should just call him that. Anunoby insert. Yeah, you were right. You did get something good with the Magic. Well, Jonathan Isaac to 10 is definitely a nice little hit there, Brandon. This is numbered to 99. Andre Drummond material. And think we got, this is the first case. We got a long ways to go yet. So we're going to find you. We're going to find everybody all kinds of good stuff, I think. Feel like we're going to have good luck with it. Oh, wow. Bill Laimbeer. That is a blast from the past for sure. Pistons numbered to 99. So first they hit the Rodman, and now you hit Bill Laimbeer. That's pretty sweet for the Pistons. They're rolling right along. Malik Monk to 299 for the Hornets. I'm just trying to keep my stacks separate over here, and I don't really think I've done a very good job of it. I was trying to keep my low-numbered stuff sort of separate so that we could recap it. So maybe I'll just, I slightly rearranged it. I don't know if I did I still don't know if I have it stacked the way I want it to be, but we'll figure it out when it comes time to recap. The mighty insert John Wall. Yeah, the Pistons right now are having a good break, the game 20. I agree with you. They're doing quite well right now. At least by my estimation. Tyler Lydon to 299. And everybody, of course, has differing opinions about the old, as I would call them, the old guys, the older retired folks like Laimbeer and Rodman, although I think everybody would probably be happy to get Rodman, but sometimes people only want the rookies. I'm not one of those, though. I like seeing some of the Hall of Famers. That's to 299. So I get pretty excited when I see them come out as well. Greek Freak again on a mighty insert. Well, we may as well just go ahead and take Terrence Ferguson right off the top before I even pick up that stack. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, that is to 249, I think that says. Pretty sure that's what it says. A little Malik Monk insert there. Zizic to 299. He kind of shows up everywhere. He's in every product like a million times, it seems like. He's probably really not. I just saw him a lot last night in Prism, so I think that's why it sticks out in my mind. Derek White to 199 for the Spurs. Oh, Lakers. James Worthy. Nice one. To 35. Sticker auto. James Worthy to 35. Lakers, that's pretty sweet. And again, that's me, like in my Hall of Famers, so I think that's Jason Tatum insert. So I think that James Worthy's pretty cool. James Harden again. This is also the 199. That's, I think, a couple of James Harden piece of fabric, right? I think. Little Kyrie Energizer insert. Yeah, Totally Certified always has, well, I shouldn't say always, but my experience with Totally Certified this year so far has been that there's been a pretty nice mix of rookies and some Hall of Famers and old guys, whatever you want to call them. There's Ivan Rabb to 249 for the Grizz. Got another little camo here, Anunoby to 25. That is for the Raptors. And that has case number 1 wrapped up. Time to get into case number 2, which of course the yuck part, taking it all out, takes forever. Tell you what, I wonder if there's an easier way. I mean, I know they have to kind of put them in there very snugly, right? Because you don't want them moving around, because you don't want to risk the boxes being damaged or the cards inside the boxes being damaged. But as a result, sometimes it's kind of hard to get these out of case, depending on how the case is constructed. Like these that are kind of narrow and tall like that are harder for me to get stuff out of than the ones that are wider, more wide than tall. Alrighty. We're going to kind of do the same thing we did last time. I'm going to go ahead and take out packs, and then we'll stop and open some and look at them, and then open some more. Packs, I mean. We'll get all the boxes off the table up front. So did anybody break Revolution this weekend? Any of you guys buy into any Revolution breaks? As you know, I did not buy that product, so I don't have any to break, and I didn't really watch any this weekend. Just curious how it looked, what was coming out. I think the ratio was, I don't know, it's not a lot, maybe 5-6 autographs a case or something. I originally thought it was 3 or 4, but I don't think that's right. I think it's 5 or 6 case, somewhere in that neighborhood. But Revolution for me is kind of like Unparalleled is in football, in that I mean I like it okay. It's nice enough to look at and whatnot, but I just don't really see the total value in it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because you don't really see too many, or maybe I'm just not looking at the right cards, but it seems like to me that I don't see a lot of high value, high dollar resale stuff coming out of Revolution. So, but there might be, and I just haven't noticed it. The gold parallel 10 of 10 Jonathan Isaac sold for $30, and that was without the autograph. So an autograph 10 of 10, oh man, I don't know. You would think 3 or 4 times that, I would imagine, but it's so subjective. And honestly, so much of that depends on how anybody's doing any given week when they're rookies. You know? Because, I mean, somebody can be having a down week or two when they're rookies, and their card values often will reflect that. Similarly, they have a couple of really good games and their card values shoot up. Obviously, our veteran players have a little more stability to their value, but rookies seem to be very dependent upon performance, among other things, but certainly that factors into it. But I would think an auto version versus a plain version, I would expect that you'd get 3 or 4 times more. So I'd say maybe 100 plus. But I don't know. You know, I don't really resell mine. I generally keep the stuff that I get from breaks when I buy into other people's, I mean. So I don't know, the rest of you guys who probably keep a closer eye on some of the card values than maybe I do, because you're reselling them or buying and selling them frequently. Does anybody else have some opinions on the value of that one, based on what Brandon has told us that the unsigned version is worth? Oh, you're keeping it in your personal collection? I don't blame you. I would too. I think most of the stuff I would keep in my personal collection, unless I got something worth like a lot of money. Then I might have to think about selling it. Although honestly, I've been thinking lately about, do I want to sell some of the stuff I have that I don't want to say that I don't care about it, but maybe that's not my core group of stuff that I collect anymore, and selling some of that. So it's just hard for me. I like to keep my stuff. Because then somewhere down the road, it is again, it's similar. I'll use the same analogy. It's like playing the stock market. And sometimes I buy stuff low and then I sell it at what I think is a good price. And then when it keeps going higher, I always feel badly that I've sold it at what I would consider to be too low, even though I made a profit. So I kind of have a mental thing about it, I guess. Cliff Hagan to 99. He used to play for my University of Kentucky Wildcats. But on this card, he is an Atlanta Hawk. Ben is asking, when is the next big football break? Well, Ben, we have some contenders coming up. I don't want to switch your view because I've got cards open out on the table, but I can look on the spreadsheet and tell you. Of course, tomorrow we've got black gold football and some autographed football jerseys and stuff like that. Looks like Monday night we have a half case of contenders football. And then throughout the week, again, we've got, black and gold and from 2016, along with some 2010 plates and patches and some 2013 playbook and lots of autographed jerseys and stuff like that. But contenders is the main, that's to 199 on the Jawan Evans. Contenders is the main card set that we'll be breaking next week for football, because nothing else is coming out. Limited that I thought was coming out on Wednesday is actually the following Wednesday. That is Kevin Love to 25 for the Cavaliers. Yeah, Panini moved the release date from the 10th to the 17th on that limited football. Eddie Jones for the Lakers. Oh, that is nice. Low number to 5. A little 4 of 5 action on Eddie Jones. So the Lakers with a couple of nice hits there. The James Worthy and then the Eddie Jones. Oh, and you have the Lonzo too. You had the Lonzo Ball earlier. So Lakers have a little bit of best of both worlds happening right now. Hall of Famers and some rookies hitting for them. Jaylen Brown to 99 for the Celtics. I can't even remember what shipped today. I'm pretty sure it was contenders that shipped today. Let me think about this. I've got Absolute and Prism that didn't get out today, and I broke that last night. So that means it would have been what I broke on Thursday night that shipped today. So yeah, I think that was contenders that went out today. You should have gotten a notice from eBay when it shipped. They're supposed to send an email. Maybe they don't always. Frank Kaminsky to 99 for the Hornets. And it should also add the tracking number to your eBay order detail at the same time. This is Jeremy Lin to 99 for the Nets. Damian Lillard Energizers. Honestly, it feels like I shipped 2 days ago. It was, I guess, just a few hours ago that I was at the post office. It's just this afternoon, but I don't know. I've been really busy today, and it feels like it's a whole other day from the last time I was at the post office. Which, of course, not the case, but there you go. A little insight into my mind. So we're coming up on LeBron James with some game-worn material for the Cavs. That's a nice-looking patch, guys, and it is numbered to 10. It is gold, of course, 8 of 10. If I can get it switched around right there, you can see the number on it. And you've got 2 colors there with the maroon and white. That's a nice little pull for the Cavs. Frank Jackson to $2.99 for Nola. And isn't he about ready to start playing? Do I remember that correctly? Of course, he's had an injury, so he hasn't played all season. But I thought that I read that Frank Jackson was getting ready to start playing. Maybe I just dreamed that, but I don't think so. Oh yeah, that Chiefs-Titans game, that made me sad. I wanted the Chiefs to win. Although I like the Titans too, because we have a couple of ex-UK players that play for them. Zach Collins for the Blazers. Rookie roll call, that one is an on-card auto. So yeah, I also like the Titans, but I did want the Chiefs to win that game. But they didn't. But it was an entertaining game anyway. Bam Adebayo to $1.99 for the Heat. And Andrew Wiggins registered mail went by. Here's another nice little Bam Adebayo rookie roll call for the Miami Heat. That's on card. I think, guys, that Bam Adebayo will end up being a pretty good player. He's got a little bit of a learning curve, of course, but they all do. Some more so than others, I guess. Harry Giles for the Kings. That is what does that say? $2.49, I think that says. Well, what is going on? I swear to you, sometimes I think they cut those sleeves weird. Like it's the same sleeve as this, but why would it not? I don't know, whatever. Sometimes I don't think they're cut quite right. And you'd be surprised what happens with some of these supplies. Like I was in had a case of top loaders. I usually order them by the case. This is to $1.99 on the Justin Jackson for the Kings. And I was getting some out, using them, of course. And most of the packs were fine. And then I get to one pack and I open it up. And almost every top loader in it had separated. One of the edges had separated from like the main part that it should have been attached to. Right out of the stupid pack. But then the rest of the case was okay. So, that's what I'm saying. These supplies, sometimes I don't think they have the greatest quality control processes. Maybe that's the way to say it. Yeah, the Patriots, and, I mean, obviously I hope that the AFC Championship game is Patriots and Steelers. I hope that, well, at least I hope it's the Steelers. I guess I don't care if it's the Patriots or not. But I hope at least it's going to be the Steelers. But, yeah, I would be surprised if the Patriots don't get there. Does anybody know what the score is right now, the Rams game? I would like to see the Rams win, too. Not because I have anything against the Falcons. I like the Falcons fine. Or I don't dislike the Falcons, maybe, is the better way to say that. But I like little Jared Goff, and I think, yeah, he's had such a good story this year, such a nice turnaround from last year. I would like to see them win this game and move on. 26-13 Falcons with 5:19 to go. Oh, all right. Well, that's not looking real pretty then, is it? Probably going to be the Falcons. Brandon says if the Patriots win the Super Bowl again, then there's no doubt that Tom Brady will go down as the best quarterback of all time. Yeah, well, they got to win the Super Bowl again first. We'll see where it goes from there. But there's no denying that the Patriots have certainly had a good run in recent years. I mean, kind of like some of those Steelers teams back in the Mean Joe Green, Terry Bradshaw days and things, where sometimes you have those runs where it's almost like a kind of a little dynasty. And definitely the Patriots have been in one of those. This is for the Cavs to 249 with the Zizic. And of course, you see the big green piece of material, right? That is because it's from a uniform that he wore when he was still a Celtic. And it should say that on the back of it. But, of course, he got traded, and I guess they still had some of his uniform. And you know they're not going to waste it. That is to 199 for the Clippers. Oh, yeah, I'm a Joe Montana fan, too. Who's, like, not a Joe Montana fan? De'Aaron Fox, boom, for the Kings to 35. Nice hit. Nice little hit for Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron's been a little tough to pull autos of for some reason. He hasn't been showing up as much as I would have thought he would. This is DJ Wilson to 249. And Ben's asking me what's my favorite card in my collection. It's really hard for me to say which is my total favorite because I have a lot of them that I'm like a lot for sentimental reasons, not for value, because I had it when I was a young kid and I didn't take good care of it. But a Johnny Bench rookie card is probably my favorite card for sentimental purposes. And then, of course, I have a special fondness for my cards, my rookie cards of Le'Veon Bell and my rookie cards of Antonio Brown and any of my Steelers rookie cards I have a special little fondness for. That is to 99 on Josh Hart. This is to 299 Jarrett Allen. For basketball, I don't know. I've got I like my ex-UK players, so I'm all over the map with basketball. I don't have just one team that I stick with, but I've got some nice ones from my ex-UK guys that I like. That's to 99 Brandon Ingram. But I do have a cool little one of one that I pulled myself, actually, for Jamal Murray, rookie one of one. So every once in a while, I have a bunch of stuff here. As you know, you see it sitting on the table, and there's way more than what's just sitting on the table. And sometimes I just get the itch, and I open some of it. And that's where that Jamal Murray came from. It's something I decided to open myself, and I had a little one of one Jamal Murray rookie in it, so that made me happy. That is Blake Griffin to 10 for the Clippers. Whoops. Had DeMar DeRozan was hiding back there. And, oh, you're saying, yeah, this is Tyler Lydon to 249. So Brandon is saying that Drew Brees is, oh, that's the wrong one, is going to pass Peyton Manning's record next year. Yeah, I would say that that's probably correct. Drew Brees has had a good year this year, of course. That's to 199 on the Tony Bradley. Oh, you live 10 miles from where Le'Veon Bell went to high school. That's pretty cool. Didn't he just pay for a gym or some kind of something there at his high school? A gym or a football field or I don't know, a something, I think, recently. But yeah, I like I like my Steelers. My Antonio Brown rookies right up there with stuff I like. It's pretty high on my list of my own cards. Dennis Smith Jr. for the Mavericks. That one is to 99. And I actually pulled it in a break, in a 2010 Plates and Patches break that I bought into that someone else was running, and I had been trying to hit it forever. And I would always, the ones where I would get outbid on the Steelers, then of course they'd pull Antonio Brown. The ones where I would win the Steelers, they would never pull Antonio Brown. Tony Bradley to 249. But I would still buy into them. This is to 299 on the Damian Dotson. And some of the other people who break with me also did breaks with this other guy that I would buy into breaks with. And so they came into one of my breaks and said, "Oh, congratulations on your Antonio Brown rookie." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Oh, you didn't watch it. It was from the night before. I hadn't watched it yet." Luke Kennard, rookie roll call, Detroit Pistons. And yeah, so that's how I found out that I had hit my Le'Veon Bell autographed rookie. I think it was numbered to 25, if I'm remembering right. It's in there. I just don't remember. Dwayne Bacon, rookie roll call. But so, of course, then I was, anxious to I was anxious to finish up my break so that I could run in there and watch the break and see my Antonio Brown get pulled. Alan Williams for the Suns. That is numbered to 71, which is kind of a weird thing to be numbered to. But there you go. That is what it is numbered to, 71. Oh, he paid for the football field. Okay. I knew he paid for something. I just couldn't quite remember exactly what it was. So I always like that when the ones who do well give back to their communities, both that they grew up in and that they live in as professionals. That's to 249 on the Frank Nicolina fabric of the game. Kyle Kuzma to 299 for the Lakers. And that is case number 2 down for the count. Now let's work on number 3. Actually making decent time, I think, all things considered. And by all things considered, I mean how many things we have to stop and take out of wrappers. So we found De'Aaron and we have found Lonzo. We need to find still, we haven't pulled Markel, we haven't pulled Dennis Smith Jr. We haven't pulled Donovan Mitchell yet, or Jason Tatum. So we still have a few of our high profiles that we need to find here. Ben is asking me where I buy my cases from. I actually have 3 different wholesalers that I work with, distributors, whatever you want to call them. And then I also work with my guy who owns the local hobby shop. So sometimes I get stuff from him. Sometimes I split cases with him. Sometimes I get whole cases from him. And then sometimes I get them from one of the 3 distributors that I work with. It just kind of depends on any given time what it is. And I love Larry that owns our local hobby shop. He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. I like to support him too, and buy local or whatever that campaign is called. But anyway, he's been in business here 20 some odd years. He was the first card shop in Lexington, And he's the only one these days. Hasn't been another one for a while. So I like to make sure that the local business gets some of my money too. So I make sure and buy a lot of stuff from Larry as well. And then this is interesting. This is just, it's actually weird. It's bizarre. But some guy, I assume it's a guy, could have been a girl, some person on eBay sent me a message, I don't know what, like 4 or 5 days ago, asking me if I wanted to buy some cases of Bowman's Best Baseball. And of course I have a lot, you know, I pre-ordered, what, 9 cases or something of it, because I like Bowman's Best. But I thought, yeah, sure, why not, right? Like, my distributors still have some, but if this guy was going to give me a decent price or whatever, I would have maybe bought some more. So I write back to the guy. He just has contacted me out of the blue on eBay messages, and I'm like, okay, you know, maybe. Tell me what kind of cost you're looking for. And then he writes back, well, make me an offer. And I was like, look, guy, I don't really want to get into playing all these games, going back and forth. Just tell me what you need for it. So instead of giving me a price, he writes me back and sends me this whole other long list of stuff that he has that he wants to sell. And I was like, okay, well, A, you're going to have to give me a price. You contacted me and you want to sell something, but you don't want to give me a price. So I find that weird. And then B, I said, you're going to have to, I would want to see a receipt. I said, you could block out your personal details on it, but I want to see a receipt of where you bought it. And, well, that's so offensive. I've been on eBay for a zillion years, and why would you have to have a receipt and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, guy, I don't know you at all. You just randomly send me a message, and I'm just supposed to send you thousands of dollars for something that you're not even willing to provide a receipt that you bought it legitimately from an authorized retailer, and you won't quote me a price. So then the guy starts getting nasty with me, starts sending me all these really, you know, crappy messages. And I'm like, what kind of parallel universe am I living in? That this guy, who I don't know from Adam, contacts me and then starts acting like such a a-hole. So, I don't know. I just think that's weird. Okay? I think it's weird that you're just randomly on there contacting people, supposedly have all this stuff to sell, but you won't name a price, and you're not willing to show that you came across the items legitimately. I mean, for all I know, dude could be down at Kinko's, you know, making cards at Kinko's. I mean, I don't think that's the case, but nonetheless, I wouldn't want to deal in anything that might be stolen or might have come from someplace it shouldn't have come from or whatever. So I just thought it was really weird, especially when he started getting crappy with me. Thinking, hey, buddy, I didn't reach out to you. It's like a mental case. But anyway, that's the happy life of eBay. People come on there all the time. Another guy sent me a message from a distributor that I already work with, that I've been working with for a long time. Jonathan Isaac to $299 for the Magic. So I get this message from this other guy going, hey, I'm with XYZ distributor and I'll get you some good deals on stuff. You just need to call me and I'll get you hooked up. This is to 99 on the Kent Bazemore for the Hawks. And so I sent my rep a message and I was like, man, your coworker is trying to poach your clients. You need to reel that guy in. And people just do not care. They just do whatever. This is to 249 on the Markel Fultz fabric for the Sixers. And also, I think that's a weird way to prospect Anthony Davis, the mighty insert. If you're a distributor, I just think that's a weird way to prospect. Malik Monk, nice low number camo to 25 for the Hornets. On card auto, of course. So nice hit for the Hornets. because, you know, really most of the distributors, you have to have a resale license to buy from them. Harry Giles to 99. Most of them you can't just say like, yeah, I want to buy from you. And I guess maybe this guy figures if you're high volume on eBay that you have a resale license, which I do, but I've had mine for years and years. But I don't know, struck me as odd. That is Davin Reed to 249 for the Phoenix Suns. That is Zach Collins for the Blazers. Anybody happen to see the final score of the UK-Tennessee game? I'm assuming it's probably finished up by now. Dennis Smith Jr. to 299 for the Mavericks. Oh, there's our man Jason Tatum. Yeah, Jason's making an appearance for the Celtics. Nice. On-card auto, of course. Yeah, I don't just, eBay is, I mean, eBay's great. Obviously, I've been on there for 20 years, and I do most of my breaks and things on there. Carmelo Anthony to 99. So eBay can be great. eBay can also be just horrible for lots of reasons. But I definitely don't trust someone who comes out of the woodwork like that guy. It's like, well, look at my feedback, you know, my feedback's great, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, you know, I don't care what your feedback is. And if you're a legit kind of guy, why do you care to provide me a copy of your purchase receipt? Black out your account details and just show me that you bought it legitimately. I don't think that's that hard. This is the 249 for the Magic. I mean, it's kind of like going down the street and somebody running up to you and opening up their trench coat and offering to sell you a Rolex and then being offended if you ask to see a receipt. That's to 99 on the Iwundu for the Magic. It's like it's not a normal thing to have happen. So, yeah, I could see why you might want to check it out. But Tennessee won. Oh, good grief. 76-65. I tell you what, my cats are just, whew, they're tough this year. And they're going to be difficult to get themselves together. They are so inconsistent. This is to 199 for the Spurs. LaMarcus Aldridge. Fortunately, I didn't have super high hopes for them this year. I mean, there's some years I start the season and I think, oh, we're going to be great, whatever. This wasn't one of those years, so. This is to 25, little camo parallel on-card auto. And I got to tell you, man, Mr. Anunoby kind of did a weird signature. Not only is it not in the middle, it's just an O and an A, and it's off to the right-hand side. So I would have thought maybe dude could have at least put it in the middle. Since he's only going to give us the initials anyway, at least, good grief, balance it out. That's the mighty Lonzo Ball insert. Another little Jason Tatum. I'm not surprised Tennessee won, though. What I maybe saw a minute of the second half, and I already knew we were playing very badly at that point. Oh, pretty. Terrence Ferguson for the Oklahoma City Thunder with a beautiful 4-color patch. Of course, numbered to 10. We see our little gold parallel there coming out to say hello again. This one is 6 of 10. I'm trying to get a, there we go, a little sleeve for that one. It's a thick piece of fabric. Very, very nice one. You guys know I'm a sucker for a nice patch. Bogdanovic to 199 for the Kings. If you jumped in late or you did not hear me say it earlier, I am expecting that this will ship out either Tuesday or Wednesday. If you paid for it exclusively through PayPal and it was, just a direct sale, I'll print your label through PayPal and you would see the tracking there. If you were exclusively through eBay, it would just be like normal. I'll print your label through eBay and you'll get your tracking and email and everything just as you are familiar with. If you have some of both, because there are a few people that have both, have purchased some directly and purchased some by way of eBay, then I will print your label and stuff through eBay, and I will hopefully remember to add your tracking in PayPal as well. But if I should somehow fail to add it in PayPal, it would still all be in one package, the label that would print from eBay. And that's, again, if you have them split. That's to $199 Blake Griffin for the Clippers. That's just kind of trying to keep everybody informed of what to expect and when and where and how you're going to find your shipping info. For the Magic, a little Aaron Gordon to $99. And the Falcons won. All right, well, I just had a day, didn't I? I wanted the Chiefs to win. They lost. I wanted the Rams to win. They lost. I wanted UK to win, and they lost. So, sports-wise, my teams did not have a good day. There's always tomorrow. And honestly, I don't mind if the Falcons won. That's kind of a draw for me. I mean, I like Matt Ryan okay, and Julio Jones, and I'm fine with the Falcons. I just thought it would be nice for the Rams. Jared Goff had such a terrible year last year and such a good year this year. I'm sure they're happy having made the playoffs anyway. And Todd Gurley had a very good year, of course, which was nice to see. Because he looked, his rookie year, when you watched him, you would have thought that he is everything that he was this year. But then that middle year, he was awful. Last year was just not good for Gurley. So I kind of thought his rookie year, I started thinking, gosh, maybe it was a fluke, and that was the only good season he was going to have. And so I was glad to see him come back and do well this season. Meanwhile, in the basketball world, what's going on with the Lakers, guys? They have just, what is it, like 9 in a row or something they've dropped now? It's a lot. It's way more than it should be. I don't know what they've got going on. But somebody needs to figure it out. Because they have no business being that bad. They've got the talent. I mean, I know they're young, but still. Damian Dotson to $299. And didn't I just see that they're asking the league for permission to put their center on waivers, Bogut? Andrew Bogut. I think I read that somewhere recently. Terrence Ferguson to $249. And they want to do it now. So ahead of the deadline, meaning they have to guarantee his contract. Which seems kind of an odd choice, but Seth Curry to $25 for the Mavericks. Sterling Brown coming up for the Bucks. Rookie roll call on card auto. I'm just looking at how big that stack of cards is over there. It's going to take a while to sort this stuff. It might really be Wednesday. It might not be Tuesday. It might actually be Wednesday. Whew, I don't know. There's a lot. We still have another case to open, and that stack over there is getting really high. Well, you had one Bill Laimbeer Detroit Pistons. Now you have two, and this one is numbered to 10. Number 6 of 10. So Pistons, as a whole, are having themselves quite a little party in this break. Doing very well so far tonight. John Wall camo for the Wizards to 25. Sometimes I question the choice of photograph that they use. This is one of those, that John Wall is one of those times. Well, look at that. There's Eddie Jones again for the Lakers. This is numbered to 99, and it is our second Eddie Jones. Interestingly enough, Tony Bradley to 99 for the Jazz. Oh, Ginobili for the Spurs. I like Manu. That is numbered to 75. Pretty cool little hit if you're a Spurs fan. And I'm assuming if you have the Spurs in this break, you probably are a Spurs fan. Juwan Evans to 199. Nice hit coming for the Bulls with Lauri Markkanen. That one, of course, was also an on-card auto. Most of those rookie roll calls are going to be on-card. I mean, really, they should all be, but you never know. I'm not ever going to say that they all are, because as sure as I do, I'd come across one that wasn't. It's just the way of the world. There is Zizic to 299 for the Cavs. Felt like one was stuck to the back of that, but I guess it wasn't. DeAndre Jordan for the Clippers to 200, and I think that says 49, or does that say 199? Yeah, that says to 199. I'm just blind. Well, we all know that already. We all know I have bad vision in this, right in that middle distance too. Up closer I can see fine, and farther away I can see fine. It's right exactly in this kind of middle distance where I do the breaks. It's such a difficult time for me to see. I have to get another pack of sleeves, guys. Yeah, which the moral to that story is, don't ever have elective eye surgery. Whew, yeah. That went so horribly wrong. Okay, this is case number 4 of 4. Let me get a little drink of water and we'll cut into it. So we are coming into the back side of this break, easing our way into it here, into the back end of it. So I hope, if we haven't found what you're looking for yet, I'm hoping that we find it in this case. We've had some nice stuff come out. there is definitely still some high-profile things I would like to find for you. Come on out there, bud. There we go. Yeah. All right. Since we're on the last case, maybe we'll just do these a box at a time. And that way we don't have to wait so long between hits. Oh, my eye is itching. I have one eye that has been itching all day long. What the problem is. But it's bugging me. Kings coming out with Justin Jackson. He's got a nice little signature. Oh, sorry, I gotta scratch my eye again for a second. Ugh. Willie Cauley-Stein, Big Willie style. Kevin Love for the Cavs. Little fabric of the game. Kawhi Leonard insert there for the Mighty. Kevin Love /99 for the Cavs. Ooh, my little kitten is trying to climb up my back. Oh boy. And he uses claws. This is /199 on the Harry Giles. He is quite something, that little kitten. That's that one I found, that little stray that I found outside. And I'm not kidding you guys. When I say he is an ADD cat, that is no joke. He is the most hyper cat I have ever seen in my life. Like, ever. If you remember, I don't know how old anybody is who's watching, but if you remember some of the old Warner Brothers cartoons and the Tasmanian Devil, that is what this kitten reminds me of. You remember how the Tasmanian Devil used to move in those cartoons? He was just kind of like in that, sort of like a tornado of debris. This little kitten is like the Tasmanian Devil, basically. Except probably with fewer manners. Actually, less manners, probably, than the Tasmanian Devil. Whoops, I got one almost trying to slide in behind there. Justin Patton /99 for the T-Wolves. Sterling Brown for the Bucks. Fabric of the game /249. Of course, we're going to review all of our hits at the end of the break as well. Jordan Clarkson for the Lakers, numbered /5. Not an autograph, but still nice to see one come out with a low number like that. Luke Kennard, that is numbered /25, camo parallel. Pistons keep on keeping on, having a nice break. And they add a Luke Kennard to their haul for the night. So I guess Chronicles basketball might be the next release up that I will have. There is another one, but I don't remember if it is before or after Chronicles. It's called, I think it was Status was maybe the name of it. And I did not pre-order it either. I'm sure I could pick it up between now and then if I decide I like the looks of it, but so far the next one I have on order is Chronicles, that I can think of anyway. Derek White for the Spurs to 249. And you know, if you're a fan of Gold Standard, as I am a big fan of Gold Standard, they're not making it this year as a freestanding release, which is unfortunate because it has been consistently in basketball since, I think, 2010. And it happens to be a release I like a lot. So I was sorry to see that it's not going to be freestanding this year. This is to $2.99 on the Harry Giles. So they are still going to have Gold Standard rookie cards, but they're going to be found only in Chronicles, which will also have Titanium, I think, Limited for basketball. I think Limited has been folded into Chronicles as well. It's not going to be a freestanding release. So a lot of brands that we are used to seeing. Oh, Lakers, Kyle Kuzma. Now you've got a little matched set because you pulled Lonzo earlier. Now you've got Kyle Kuzma. And in addition to all your other hits that you have, Lakers, I think you're doing pretty well so far. So yeah, a lot of the stuff that we're used to seeing, we're not going to have as freestanding basketball releases this year. They're going to be in Chronicles, which has its own base set and has hits that will be in the Chronicles design, and then it will also have hits from all of these other brands that I'm talking about. Limited and Gold Standard and Titanium. There's more. I think that they are. Which I like the concept. I love the concept, actually, of putting some of the card sets that they don't produce anymore into a brand like that. They did the same thing with baseball, and I thought that was cool, too. In fact, I'm getting ready to open some more Chronicles baseball. We've opened a few cases, and we're going to be opening a few more. But I am very sad that Gold Standard is not going to be its own freestanding release. They did put it in football this year, which was only the second time it's ever been in football, and then they took it away from basketball. Strange. Cody Zeller for the Hornets. That also numbered to 10. Had a lot of nice, good gold pulls tonight, numbered to 10. Always good to see those come through. And another 2-5. This one for the Knicks, Damian Dotson, number 5 of 5. And if I have pulled anything in here tonight that you're interested in having a magnetic one-touch case for, just let me know. Shoot me a message on eBay or tell me here in chat. It's just at my cost for the case and the PayPal fees, typically $3 a case. DJ Wilson for the Bucks. If it's a weird size case, sometimes it might be slightly more. But generally, they're about that price. Fabric of the Game to $249 for the Blazers with the Zach Collins. All right, we have got 4 boxes left out of our 4th and final case here. Guys are quiet and chat all of a sudden. Everybody fall asleep on me? Wander off? You're doing something more interesting, probably. Can't blame you. Of course, I find this interesting, but probably not everybody does. This is to $2.99 for the Harry Giles. Frank Jackson for Nola. Oh, J.R. Matthews is still there. Are you happy with how your teams are doing so far? Brandon says we need to find a 1-of-1. We do need to find a 1-of-1. And you know, there was a 1-of-1 in that Contenders break the other night. Remember I said I thought there was, but I couldn't remember for sure? There was one. I just forgot to put it in the headline or the title of the video or whatever, but we did have one. It's not the right sleeve, I don't think. Where is the... Let's try this again. There we go. Mr. Dirk Nowitzki, fabric of the game for the Mavericks. Bradley Beal to 99. He has been playing lights out, right? I mean, that kid's been great this year. He's not really a kid, I don't know, but he's younger than me, so I'm going to call him a kid. That's how I feel about that. So I'd still like to see us have a Jason Tatum come out. I'd like to see a Donovan Mitchell come out. Dennis Smith Jr. Who else is on our wish list? We got De'Aaron. We got Bam. We got Malik. I think, didn't we? I think we did. Get all of them. Oh, Markel. Yeah, I can find Markel too. JR is going to send me some pictures of his friend's house. He has one room dedicated to the Steelers. Oh, yeah, send me some pictures of that. Yeah, man, that'd be awesome. Mello for the Thunder to 199. Yeah, I'll probably be super jealous, and then I'll want to redo a room in my house and make it a Steelers room after I see those pictures, probably. But I'm out of space in my house. I mean, I have... Honestly, I would have thought we have way more space than we need, which technically we probably do. But what's that saying, basically, that you fill up however much space you have, you'll fill it up? Well, that's definitely what has happened here. Well, I saw the green. I saw the Celtics. I thought maybe it was going to be Jason, but it is Zizic. And this is when he was still a Celtic. So that's kind of weird, because didn't we pull him a while ago on a materials hit, and he was for the Cavs on the material on the relic, but he is a Celtic on the autograph card. So there you go. So that tells me that Panini had the autograph signed a long time ago. Jarrett Allen to 199. And they were all signed and done before the trade, so they just left them in there. And then the relics, which were done in a more timely manner, reflect the current team of the Cavaliers. That happened some with some top stuff this year, too. We had Moncada with on two different teams. In the same product a couple of times. But I guess, I mean, what are you going to do? It's not like you're going to waste them, right? I mean, you're not going to just toss them out. And Oh, well, he got traded and this card says Celtics now. Not if you're Panini. You're going to keep rolling right on through them. Put them right on in there. Here comes Derek White for the Spurs. Harry Giles to 299 for the Kings. Whoops, I set that. Just basically stacking all those inserts in their own stack over there because some of them will go back and deal with sleeves. Others might not need them, but either way, it's just as easy to keep them separate. That's to 199 for the Golden State Warriors with the Iguodala. There's a Jason Tatum Mighty insert. All right, we are heading into our last box here, guys, out of our 4 cases tonight. Once again, thanks, everybody. I appreciate you very much for picking up the teams and making this break happen. Thank you for being patient. It took us about a week, I think, to get this break all sold through. Again, I think part of that is just was the sticker shock factor. You know, people are used to bidding on a single case, so they're used to a team being a certain price, and when you have to try to multiply that, factor that by 4 to account for the 4 cases, that number looks so much bigger. Sometimes I think people got a little scared off by that. So having it to do over, I probably would have done it a little differently, but that's all right. It's a work in progress. Each time we do them, we get a little better on the direct breaks, I mean. Malik Monk to 299 for the Hornets. Of course, when I get the website up and running, which, what have I been saying that for a year now? But eventually, eventually I'll get a website up and running. When I do, we'll have a little more flexibility. Josh Jackson, so hard for me to say those together, for the Phoenix Suns is our last rookie roll call out of our last box. And then, of course, in a minute, we will recap all of this. Maybe it wasn't our last rookie roll call, because there's a second one in this box. Justin Jackson for the Kings. So our last box gave us 2 autographs instead of an autograph and a memorabilia. That was a good way to wrap it up, I think. And so, again, guys, expecting this to ship Tuesday or Wednesday. Just looking at the massive amount of cards over there to sort makes me lean a little towards Wednesday, but I'm still going to try really hard to get it out Tuesday if I can, or somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's take a look at, well, that one was to 99, so I really didn't mean for it to be in that stack, but since it's there, we'll look at it anyway. These are mostly the ones that are lower than 99. Damian Dotson to 5, Jordan Clarkson to 5, Seth Curry to 25, Blake Griffin to 10, Kevin Love 25, Anunoby 25, Kyle Lowry to 10, and Caleb Swanigan to 25. So that's our lower numbered color, or parallels, whatever you want to call it. And then, of course, here comes all of our fabric of the games. For the most part, our veterans are to 199 and our rookies are to 249, except for the sweet little LeBron James there, which is to 10. And as normal, guys, you may have some edge and corner chipping and wear to some degree on some or all of these. I mean, that's pretty common as they come out of the pack. I didn't really notice anything super drastic on these tonight, but there's probably some minor stuff on there. Another nice piece of fabric, that one for the Oklahoma City Thunder on the Terrence Ferguson to 10. At least we got some Markel fabric, but I was really hoping that we would pull an autograph for him as well. So then here are our rookie roll calls and our other autographs. All the rookie roll calls will be on card auto. Most of the rest of the stuff is sticker autos. Including this Cody Zeller 210. Nice little Kuzma. The Luke Kennard is to 25. Ginobili is to 75. Eddie Jones is to 99. The Bill Laimbeer to 10. Anunoby to 25. Oh, I didn't remember pulling that Jason Tatum. Look at that. I forgot we even pulled that Jason Tatum. Well, that's good. Malik Monk to 25. Alan Williams is to 71. To 35 on the De'Aaron Fox. Eddie Jones is to 5. Cliff Hagan is to 99. James Worthy is to 35. Bill Laimbeer again, that one to 99. The kid whose name I can't pronounce to 99 for the Celtics. Nice little Jonathan Isaac to 10 for the Magic. A Lonzo Ball. A Cedric Ceballos or something close to that to 99. Dennis Rodman to 25. And Reggie Jackson to 75. And that is, that's all of them for tonight. What's the best hit tonight? I don't know, Brandon. It's kind of subjective. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in there. So it's kind of hard to say what's the best one. I think there's several in there that are probably similarly valued, but for me, I always, I like the fabric hits that are nice. So I think that LeBron James piece of fabric's pretty sweet, but as far as just dollar value, which one's worth the most, I don't know. Maybe the Jason Tatum, maybe, but I'm not 100% sure because the De'Aaron Fox to 35 is also pretty solid. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. So I don't know exactly, but that is it for tonight, guys. Of course, we will be back at it tomorrow night. Big list of stuff up on eBay. And if you are interested in it, this is what it looks like. So there's some of the stuff we'll be opening later in the week. And I hope I'll see you again on another break. In the meantime, thank you so much for being part of this one. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you again the next time. Bye, guys.